of length 2 power k, what rank will this particular substring get? So a number in corresponding to 2 power k, that array means at a particular index, the number I write signifies if I sorted all substring of that length, what rank will this substring get? So for length 4, for length 4 I have got ABAA, I have got BAAB, I have got AABA, and I have got ABAD. Right? If I sorted all these 4, what rank will this get? That is what I am going to write here as the first number. Make sense? This third part I have gotten it wrong, but you essentially get the idea, right? So you can take pairs, sort them and remap. Is this clear? Now suppose you have this table computed with you. If I ask you a question in the form of are two substrings equal? So a substring starting from I1 to J1 and a substring starting from I2 to J2, are they equal or not? If I ask you this question and I also give you the information that this I1 to J1, this length is equal to 2 power x for some x. Okay. So obviously J1 minus I1 has to be equal to J2 minus I2. Otherwise the length itself won't be equal and you can trivially say substrings are not equal. If they are equal and they are also equal to 2 to the power x, then what I do is I simply go in my table corresponding to x. I will see whether the subsequent starting at I1 and substring starting at I1 and substring starting at I2, whether those two numbers were equal or not. If they were equal means they got same rank, means they are equal. So I can match substrings if their length is 2 power x. Now what if it's not? So let's look at some random substring. Let's say in this string, so if I give you any random length, let's call that length y, and give you two starting index I1 and I2. So I want to see whether substrings starting from I1 to I1 plus y match substrings starting from I2 to I2 plus y or not. Right? Now look at, if I have all 2 to the power x stored, I can define any interval as union of two numbers, each of which are 2 to the power n. I will tell you how. So if I give you some random number, let's say 25, I want to match two substrings of length 25. So what I simply do is, I take first 16 characters of this substring. This I obviously have as stored as one number. So let's take that number as S1. I will also take last 16 characters. Let's say that number is stored as S2. These first 16 and last 16 have got some overlap, but that doesn't matter for matching. We are doing some extra matching, but that is fine for us. So any substring of any length can be defined as a pair, right, of first 2 to the power x characters and last 2 to the power x characters. They will obviously define every substring. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Now I give you any two random subsequences. You can represent this as a pair for every y. You can also represent this as a pair, the second substring. Now you just match each element of the pair and you have got a match check for substrings of every length. So now we have seen that how to use this data structure to do any matching in order 1. Now let's see how to build this. So I gave a rough idea. So we are going from k equal to 0 to up to log n. after which 2 to the power k will become more than n, so we will not go forward. So the levels in this are log n. At each level I am doing a sorting of n pairs. Let's say the sorting takes n log n time, right? After that, mapping is fairly simple. It is order 1 because I can find the location of my pair in the sorted array. Does it make sense? So it takes n log n to sort at each level, and I have got log n levels, so it takes n log square n to build this structure, build this table. Is this clear? Now can any of you think of an improvement over this? How can I build this faster? Is there any property here which I can use to make this particular step faster?
After the first step, you will direct sort.
Yes. So what he says is, since the rankings are between 1 to n, so all the pairs will have numbers between 1 to n. If the numbers are bounded by n, you can use radix sort to sort them in order n, right? So I can remove a log n from here. So it takes order n to sort. I have got log n levels, so it takes n log n to build. Now let's go to our original problem. What we are trying to find is length of maximal substring, which is a palindrome centered at a particular point. Now I am trying to do binary search at this point. This is my center point. Now if I have to check for a palindrome of length, let's say 2x, that is x here and x on this side, note that I don't have to match these substrings in this order. I need to look at this substring in reverse and this in forward, right? So just the structure, the table which we build will not work because I have to match in reverse order, which we didn't build for. Can any one of you suggest a workaround? So what are you trying to suggest?
Build it for the reverse of it.
So you are building two structures, one for forward and one for reverse. How do you ensure that within these two structures you have got similarity? That is, a number 5 really means a number 5 in this subset.
No, it will not be number 5, but it will be somewhere else. It will be n minus 5 or something like that. I mean, say...
No, so what I am trying to say is, see, if you have got this string ABA, ABAD, the reverse you have got TABAABA, right? You build one structure for this, you build one structure for this. Now let's say I am trying to match this substring BAAB to some substring ABAA. Now this substring will correspond to some pair which will be decided based on properties in this string, and these numbers will be decided based on property in this string. See, we are trying to sort.
Concurrently reverse the string to the string and check for palindrome less than the length of the string. So that time you have the string.
Okay. So the workaround which he is trying to suggest here is, we can concatenate the reverse of this string and then build the structure, right? So we have got a string of length 2n. First n length is the forward of this, the next n is reverse of this. Now we are trying to match. So when we have a length of string x here, we can find the corresponding position in this. We are also looking at reverse of this length x here. We can find the corresponding position in my concatenation, and then I can match. Is this clear? So I concatenated the string with its reverse, and now I can match and check for palindromes as well. So the full complexity of my solution is to build a structure for a string of length 2n and n log n for binary search at each index. So I have got order of n log n solution. Our previous best was order of n square. There is also an order n solution to the problem, but it will use complicated structures, probably some different algorithm. I will not cover that. But usually, if you write an optimized order of n log n, it will clear in most places. It will get you accepted status in most problems. An optimized n log n usually goes close to an unoptimized order n, right? So this is a workaround you can use in most problems. There are some problems which will have huge input set and will particularly test whether you can write order n or not. But they are very few and they are not usually present in good contests. If you want, you can look up for this particular problem. The algorithm, as far as I remember, which you should be reading for this is Manacher's algorithm. MANACHAR. The reference for this algorithm is a book called Jewels of Stringology. There is a chapter in that book in which you will find this algorithm, and you can use this to solve the problem in order n. But let's not look at specific cases. This data structure which we are trying to build here is powerful enough to solve a variety of problems, as I will show you. Everyone noted down the reference. In case you want to read, you can read up. Let's move on to a variation of this problem. If instead of asking maximal length palindrome, if I asked you how many palindromes are there as substrings in this string. So you have got n square substrings. You want to find out how many of these are palindromes, right? So the problem is I have got n square substrings. I want to find out the number of substrings which are palindromes instead of finding the maximum length palindrome.
At each index, find the maximum length equal to, and then n minus 2, n minus 4, n minus 6. All those palindromes together.
Okay. So what he is trying to suggest is, if we take a mid index, I know the length of maximum palindrome which is centered at this index, right? I also know that all lengths less than this will also be palindromes. So if the maximum length is 2x, I definitely have x palindromes which are centered at this. So I will do this summation for each center, and I have got a solution where I am looking for number of palindromes. So the data structure which we just learned is called Dictionary of Basic Factors. Basic factors are essentially substrings of length 2 power k. We are building a dictionary out of them to use for answering our queries quickly. Is that clear? And the algorithm, the order n log n algorithm which we use to build this dictionary is called KMR algorithm. It's Knuth, Morris and Robinson, as far as I remember. So again, you can look up this algorithm on net if you want to read up. I want to find out the longest common substring. You guys would have seen a solution for longest common subsequence in the lecture on dynamic programming. This problem is different. Here we are looking for common patterns which are contiguous and not subsequence, right? So if the length of this string is n, let's say this string length is also n, a trivial solution would be to take all substrings and try to find them in this string. So I have got n square substrings, and let's say I use a good matching algorithm like KMP which will match this in order n in this string. So I got order of n cube solution, right? If you use dynamic programming, you can reduce this n cube to order of n square because as